I mean, that's not pretty to me. And it's not a typical kid. So don't tell me, when people don't like to use the word normal, oh, he's not normal. That's not normal behavior. Sorry if you're mad. I'm sorry. My blood's like boiling right now because I'm like...
All right, Super Bowl Sunday. What does that mean for autistic families? It
means I'm not joining in with the normal activities.
It means you can't have a Super Bowl party.
Nope.
You can't go to a Super Bowl party.
You can't stay at a Super Bowl party.
Yeah, if you do go, you can't stay long. That's Super Bowl Sunday. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I go, I can't stay, which is fine.
We actually, I think the last few years, we rarely stay the whole time at a Super Bowl party anyway.
Yeah, or any party, really.
Yeah. Actually, look back the last 20-some years, I've rarely been able to really enjoy a Super Bowl just because I usually have to get up so early in the morning.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think one year I did take the next day off. I don't know how I convinced my boss to do that. Not do the radio show, and I think I stayed up till 3 in the morning because I thought to myself, I'll never be able to do this again the rest of my life, and I'm getting all I can out of it.
Well, I think today will be fun, even if we're just at home.
It will be. I mean, our neighbors are having a party.
Yeah.
And so literally our next door neighbors, so we can walk over and hang, but we can't marinate. We can't just sit there for hours and hours. Because Cal can't be a part of that.
No, and our oldest kid is going to his own Super Bowl party, so.
Yeah, when you said that, I thought to myself, I didn't say anything. I was like, well, there goes us hanging out at the driveway party.
Yep. And part of us going next door, I will take the wagon, and he'll just be in his wagon, and I have to keep him occupied. So I don't actually talk to people. I'm just kind of busy with him.
Yeah. If he is good with the iPad, that'll keep him, 30, 40 minutes probably.
Yeah.
Pretty engaged in that.
Yeah.
But you can't let him run around. He'll get into things. The street, a lot of worries.
Right. And I've said before, if I'm around people and I'm not talking to you, it's not because I'm being rude. It's because I have to just keep him occupied. So I'm not talking to anyone. They can talk to me, but it's usually very quick because I'm trying to keep him busy.
What the hell are you, Rihanna?
What?
I'm not paying attention to anybody. You have to pay attention to me.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I feel rude sometimes because I'm not socializing.
Yeah, I get it. I think, well,
it's why am I even there?
Everybody next door, we kind of know them and their guests.
Yes.
So they I think now it's they get it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably at a certain point they were like, well, she doesn't really say much, but now they get it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I used to feel rude though.
But Super Bowl's fun. It's fun for, it's just, I don't know. We have kids that are really into sports, so I'm excited for them. We've been talking about this all weekend. Last night we sat in the kitchen and talked about the Super Bowl for an hour. Actually, at one point I was like, why have we been talking about the Super Bowl for an hour? We've got to move on. Subject's driving me crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But we have a sports family, so it's really cool.
Yep.
Cool to get into it today.
And then I told you to go get a beer last night. So I stayed and watched.
You got to listen to your wife, man. When she tells you to do something, you better do it. She's like, go get a beer. Go to the bar and get a beer. Really? Yep.
Well, which is really odd for most people. Most people don't want their husbands to go. I'm like, just go. It's good for you to have your time, and then I can have time with the kids, and I think it's good and healthy marriage.
It is. It's listen, anytime somebody tells you to go get a beer, you're in a healthy situation. And if your boss says go get a beer, you've got a great job. You know what I mean? It's anything like that, you've hit the jackpot. Anyone that says go get a beer, that's your dog for life. You got to respect that person, whoever it is.
Oh, good.
Sometimes my kids will tell me, they're like, Dad, go outside. You look straight. Go outside and have a beer. Oh, God, I love you guys so much. Seriously. I did think about adoption years ago and selling you guys on Craigslist, but now I feel guilty because you've told me to go get a beer.
You're ridiculous.
Amazing young human beings.
But right before you walked through the door, me and the kids were having a discussion about how many kids they want to have when they get older, which they used to want to have kids. And now Tyler and Trey are like, nope, no kids for me.
Yeah. What? And Trey's reason.
Well, some people might get mad, but
it's fine. Everybody's getting mad for everything. It's fine.
Trey's reason was this is one of those emojis you'd make like with the teeth like together and it's like really wide.
You actually do it pretty well. That's a pretty good face right there.
Stop it.
That's
He was like, what if I had an autistic kid? He was like, that would be really bad.
yeah. Oh, you're right.
So that's what he said.
People are getting
And that's
pissed.
how he
You're
said
right.
it.
They're getting mad.
Well, I think he just sees our daily struggles and he
Yeah.
has to help out and stuff. Everyone does, and he does not want to help out. And part of the discussion was, he was like, things would be so different if he wasn't autistic. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, he's my little brother. Like, it's sad I can't like go throw the football with him out front and go do this and go do that. And that's coming from his point of view. I mean, it came out of his mouth, and it's good that they could talk and tell us how they feel.
It is. I actually, I could tell you were a little upset by it, which is cool. And I mean, natural, and I understand it. Yet I was really happy he said it because it's obviously how he feels. And there's nothing wrong with that. So for the 1% of people who really get on social media and find podcasts to get angry and get mad, hey, congratulations. In 6 minutes, we have found you a reason to get mad. So you don't have to spend the rest of your day looking for something to get mad about. You can just get mad about this. And now maybe go on and do something productive instead of getting mad at somebody's opinion.
Well, and he's 9. So, I mean, he's allowed to have a voice and an opinion. And I was sad for him, you know.
Well, there are many things that have come at the cost of, Cal's situation. And he's smart enough to understand it because, like you said, he's 9 now. He knows when there's things that we weren't able to do, things we've had to cancel, events that we've had to modify, things that we've had to edit, change a little bit because, and they know why. They know the situation. So perfectly normal for them to say, wow, this is challenging. This is hard. It is. And that's the point. And so,
well, and he's a kid that wants to get to the party first and be the last one still at the party.
Yeah. Well,
and usually we don't stay at the party.
He's very social.
Yes.
He's the kind of kid that's going to have a lot of friends. He
yeah.
kind of finds he will find a way to find something good in you that he can connect with, and then you'll be friends for that reason. Like he really is that guy.
Yeah, he's friends with everyone.
He's friends with everyone. He's friends with everyone, and sort of the life of the party.
Yep.
Kind of a guy, and so
he's mad right now.
Well, he's mad. Well, he said something mean about his sister, and we were
Yep.
going to go get a baseball bat today, a new baseball bat, but he said something mean about her, and so he's not going to get a bat today.
Yep.
And he's upset about it. But
so then he'll just ignore us for hours.
That's fine. I mean,
he
the words
wants to try to get his way, and
the
it's not
words
gonna
didn't come out of my mouth. He's gonna, let's. I told him last night. Let's try to understand why we're in this situation. Who said it? You. That's it. Starts with you, ends with you.
Yep.
That's cool. Saves me a trip to Dick's Sporting Goods. Fine with me. I can tell you, though, in 3 hours, Melissa will try to guilt me into taking him anyway.
I am not.
And she'll say, he's going to help me do the dishes, or he's going to do this. And then she'll say, maybe if we tell him, don't do it again, don't say it again. And so I'll wind up at Dick's by 2 o'clock.
I don't know, but he does a pretty good job ignoring everyone in the house. So
very good job.
I couldn't do it.
I have good willpower, but he's really good. Like, he can just say, and to further prove the point, like, it'll be in his room with no iPad, no laptop, nothing. He'll literally lay there and look at the wall.
I know.
Like, that's good, man. Like, you have some good focus. I'd be so bored right now.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't know that I want kids. Trey, a little dramatic sometimes, but
very.
Yeah, but I do get where he's coming from, because like I said, there are things that he's understood that it's like, it's cause and effect. Because of this, we can do this, but we can only do it this way, or because of this, we can't do that. And he understands it. Like, he just gets it.
Well, I just thought at 9 years old, I was shocked it came out of his mouth, to be honest. Not in a bad way. I was just like, wow, like, I can't believe your mind went there.
They talk. I hear them talking a lot about stuff that you wouldn't think kids talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not bad things. Just, like...
real life.
Yeah. Yeah, just stuff that are probably, you think of, wow, like, kids notice that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, a couple of weeks ago, you were coming home, and you had a client running late.
Mm-hmm.
And you text me, hey, I'm running a little late, da-da-da-da-da. And one of them was like, oh, Mom's not here, she's late. And one of them goes, oh, she's probably just trying to find a babysitter so that she can come home and then go out.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, and I didn't say anything because I thought it was pretty funny. And I forget which
Jeez.
one said it. But I'm like, in their little world, they're like, oh, no, she's just running late because she's trying to find a babysitter so her and Dad can go out when they get home.
Well, try to find a babysitter. Let me think. Your brother
Yeah.
and the next door neighbor.
Well,
I'm not
no,
trying to find a
It's
babysitter.
just funny that they think like that. Like, they think that you're late because you're trying to, like, avoid hanging out with them or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And our whole life revolves around them.
Yes, I know. I'm just telling you that's how crazy they are.
Ugh,
That's,
it is crazy.
But they say it because it's like gossip for them. And people love gossip and drama.
Yeah.
So they're just gossiping and being dramatic. You know, they wanted
Jeez.
something to like it wasn't fun enough to think that, oh, you were literally running late because of your client. It was because, no, you had to be doing something scandalous
Ooh.
that was going to affect them. So it gave them, it's like high school hallways. I mean, people just
and
make,
that stuff doesn't even bother you. It bothers me.
oh, I could just, yeah, you get so up, you're like,
I'm like,
I
why
can't
would they say
believe
that?
it. Yeah, and I'm like, who cares?
Oh my
I
God.
mean, they're making this crowd. Oh, it's great. I think it's pretty good.
What do you got up there?
You sent me this email about this interesting, weird. I love researching this stuff.
I haven't even read that one
It's
yet.
a Reddit thread. It's 9 little things that are a big deal to these people with autism. Because I got to tell you, I don't see a lot of this stuff with Cal, and it's. I think it's just interesting to show how different this whole thing is. We are really like just understanding. This is like, for people probably in their late 30s, early 40s, probably the youngest to really understand this. This is like online internet company stocks in the late 90s. That was like the big boom. And then in 2000, they crashed. Like right now, we're in the internet stock of autism, where it's like it's everybody thinks they understand it. Everybody thinks they got a hold of it. And then boom, it all crashes and goes away.
Hold on real quick. I'm sorry.
What?
Whoever's making that noise, please stop.
Yeah, what is that?
It's like you're crinkling
Why
stuff
are you obsessed
nonstop.
with that? They do it all the time.
Okay.
They crinkle these
Stop
bags.
it.
So dumb. I want to pour everything, all these bags, into like Tupperware. They're obsessed with like crinkling
I mean,
the
that
bags.
was ridiculous.
It's every morning. I don't think you notice it.
Oh my
They
God.
sit
Well,
there
that
and
was really bad.
Yeah, it's Trey, by the way.
Yeah, because he's mad.
Yes, he's obsessed with doing it.
Ugh,
But
okay.
now you're not getting a bat ever. It was today. Now it's ever.
Okay, knock it off.
God, you know what? He did do that on purpose.
Yeah. That was like out of control. I'm
You
like,
made
I
the
can't.
podcast, jerk.
I'm like, I can't even listen.
I was trying to tune it out.
Gosh. Okay.
I swear, I will tell him, and this will kill him, that he cannot watch the Super Bowl tonight.
You're not saying that.
Oh, see, here we go.
No, I mean, come on.
What?
That's taking it too far.
Oh, you can't watch the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't do that. It's once a year.
You've locked him in his room. And
I did not lock him in his room.
You did, and
he's locked himself in his room.
right, and you've allowed it, and he's staring at a wall, but not watching the Super Bowl.
Okay, I did not lock him in his room, and I keep checking him, and he won't come out. So whatever.
You're the one. Now they're.
Oh my God, we gotta go.
What did he say?
Or you can go over this. Yeah, this is real life, people. He has poop on his hands. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm hitting the pause button or the poop button. All right. After about 20 minutes,
That was the worst I've ever seen.
Melissa has returned to the studio. I walked out about a minute after you left and almost threw up.
I'm throwing away a piece of furniture.
What piece of furniture?
The nightstand. It was so covered. He was in his room, which is safe. There's nothing in there that he can get hurt on. There's a gate at the door. Charlie just went and checked on him. He just had his iPad. Well, the nightstand's covered in poop. His iPad's covered in poop. He's covered in poop. Like the worst I've ever seen. It's on his bed frame. I had to give him a bath.
So the iPad's getting thrown away?
No, I cleaned it all off. But but the nightstand's getting thrown away. I used like
anybody
half a
coming
thing
to
of
visit
disinfectant
us,
wipes.
Don't ask to borrow our iPad. Jesus.
Well, if you haven't been invited to our house, be happy, okay?
Yeah.
Because like you said, at any moment there could be a poop party.
Yeah.
And it's not a fun party, okay?
Yeah, if you haven't been invited to our house, don't worry. You never will be.
Yes. And I don't know. We're on all these autism pages now, and everyone's situation is so different. So don't tell somebody else you're not allowed to complain and you're not allowed to do this because your kid's different than my kid. The spectrum is so big, you know?
There's one page in particular and the person just, is just becoming like trying to be the politically correct standard of autism. And it's like, you know what? You're sort of a joke because you're running around online telling everyone how they need to talk, what words they have to say, what words they can't say, how they should feel. Like, you're actually a joke, because that's like the worst thing that like I even say, like, this page, because I see so many people, it's becoming a pretty polarizing page. Like, it's love or hate on that page.
Yeah.
Which is really bad. And that page is becoming a joke. Anyway, but I just, it's really interesting. Okay, it's not interesting. It sucks. But, and we're obviously not going to get to the list that I was talking about getting to.
No, we'll do that tomorrow.
We'll do that
I mean,
day.
our life just changed.
Yeah, but it's like, this is why, you've talked about it before. You actually talk about it a lot. Not on this thing, but, just in the middle of our lives. Like, when people say, oh, I wish I could help more, or I hope things get better, or this or that. It's like I don't know about you, but like when I hear like wish, hope, so I like immediately just stop. I don't even process it.
Well, action speaks louder than words, right?
But that's the thing. It's like those words. It's like when somebody says like thoughts and prayers. I mean, yes, I think people say that with a good heart, with a good meaning, but the reality is, it's like, okay, thanks. What I don't know, whatever. It's like I hear, it's like people say, I wish I could be the. Hey,
you're either here or you're not.
No,
I mean,
you're not. Like, you just repeat the same things over and over. Like, it almost becomes to a point. It's like, just be honest and say, hey, I know life sucks.
Well,
like,
I mean,
like with this situation, it sucks.
I don't really want to get so much on the topic of this, but but for instance, when he was diagnosed, we had already been doing a year of therapy, like speech therapy, developmental therapy. Then he gets diagnosed, and they're like, you have to add on this many hours of therapy, and I'm like, how am I going to do that when I have 4 other kids? So I literally asked my parents to move here. Well, guess what? He's been diagnosed now for a year and a half, and they still haven't moved here. So when I say I need help. Like, help me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So you're either here or you're not here. But anyways, different kids with different, like, being on different parts of the spectrum. Maybe yours is easier, but mine's hard right now.
Yeah.
So don't say that I can't say it's hard, because it is hard.
Yep.
And I don't think it's pretty. I mean, cleaning up 4.5-year-old's poop all over him and all over everything else. And I mean, even giving him a bath and he's trying to pick up pieces. I mean, that's not pretty to me. And it's not a typical kid. So don't tell me, when people don't like to use the word normal, oh, he's not normal. That's not normal behavior. Sorry if you're mad. I'm sorry. My blood's like boiling right now because I'm like, I still have more stuff to scrub.
That one lady is going to find you online, and she's going to fight you.
Well, I mean, I have more kids than she does, and my situation's not pretty, and maybe she does have help, but I don't.
I think too, what's, sometimes, because I try more so now than ever to look at everybody's situation when they say something and go, I wonder why somebody would say that. Like, there's a reason they're saying it. And I think, maybe you take his situation. Is it possible that somebody would say, well, at least your child, and I'm not saying, this is just a possibility.
Right.
I would trade up diapers at 4.5 years old and surprise poop parties at 4.5 years old if my kid could talk, if my kid could, actually function to go to a school every day. Maybe it's like, for them, the trade-off is, maybe they're saying to us, oh, you're complaining about a diaper leaking out. Well, I wish I had that because you have this. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they start trading developments, like talking, walking, whatever. They just start. I'm just possibly. Who knows?
I'm just saying it's hard.
I know.
Whatever situation you're in, it's hard.
I know.
So I'm just saying it's great if you're trying to be positive, but you can't put that off to everyone and like, oh, you need to be so positive. I can't be positive about scrubbing poop out of like Babygate.
Yeah.
I'm just saying not your way is the right way. Everyone has their own way. And all the kids are different. Yeah. They really
99% though, of the community, like online, like the people are really, they really come from a good place. I'm not saying that, Sometimes they don't say things that are like, you're sort of a whack job, but they're coming from a good place. But there are a few that are starting to stand out where it's like, yes, even saying what we've said for the last like 4 or 5 minutes, this person specifically I'm talking about would go nuts that like we're saying it and devote like the next 15 of her posts as like how horrible we are for telling our truth. Because it doesn't match up with her opinion. You know what I mean?
Well, and I used to look at that
I guess
page.
I just said her.
I used to
cut
look
it down to 50%.
I used to look at that page, and I'm like looking at from the outside. I'm like, oh, I like her. She seems nice. But now I'm starting to see her write on people's stuff, and I'm
lunatic.
like, that's not.
She's a lunatic.
This is not one way.
Yeah,
it's just not one way.
No, that lady's become but it's been a gradual that she's become a lunatic. But it's cool. I mean, I listen. I'll give her credit, like, because I understand how this works, right? Her becoming a lunatic and being like mean and judgmental to people, I'm actually on her page more.
Yeah.
Like I know how this works, right? Like I get the whole shock jock syndrome of this whole thing. It's like now I'm like, I want to get on there and see what a freaking weirdo she's becoming. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like I understand what she's doing.
Well, and we don't try, like, this is not all bad. It's just our experience. I mean, Cal is progressing. He is a great kid.
Yeah.
He is sweet and he's nice and he's funny, but like parts of this stuff is hard. And guess what? Like our kids are like, Tyler's the one that said, Mom, he has poop on his hands. Well, guess what? Tyler has to hold his hands while we walk to the bathroom, and I try to wash his hands off, and I'm getting him in the bath. Charlie has to go run and get disinfectant wipes and baby wipes and a bag. Our kids are involved. They're seeing this.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody.
I'm just saying, like,
you know what's funny?
Our
it's
kids
like,
really see what's going on. And Trey just tries to get away from it all.
The intro was, you know, how Super Bowl Sunday is not like what it used to be, or, you know, here's what can't happen, you know, because of this. And it's almost like the internet gods were like, now we will deliver to you what you have spoken, and we will show you exactly why Super Bowl Sunday can't be what it used to be for you guys. And they commanded a surprise poop party. And so what we said was absolutely true, and it came to be. You know, this is the moment where it's like, this platform does us no good. This would have been a live video. This should have been a video content, you know, where people could have really seen the madness. Now we just have to describe it and commentate it and just do the best we can. But
well, I don't know if people want to see all that.
Well,
but you're right. I mean, we'll start putting video cameras in our house.
No, we're not doing that. No, I don't want to do that.
Anyways, this is when it's like, do we really have the energy to go to a party? You know, I feel like I'm covered in poop.
No, you're not. It's
no, it's like,
you
know
mind.
That smell.
Yes.
You said you walked out of the room.
I walked out of the room.
His bedroom's on the other end of the house.
I went to go get the grocery bags. Figured that we would need a bunch of them.
Yes.
I went around the corner by the refrigerator, and you know, humans, we have to breathe every so often to live. I inhaled and was like, you know how you could feel the stuff coming up?
Oh, God.
On your stomach, and then it hits like the bottom of your throat, and I'm like, well, I could keep breathing, and I'll probably vomit. Or I could just kind of turn around and walk away.
Well, I'm glad you walked away, because I do not want to clean up vomit.
Ugh. I actually, though, for a second was like, please let me just vomit. Let me just get this out, you know, now. Because it's still kind of lingering. Like it's.
Oh, my God. Now you're making me feel like it.
Yeah, once it starts to get up there, it's kind of in my throat still. Ugh.
All right. I can't really think about anything else because I have to go clean up
when
more.
When you feel like that hot juice in the back of your throat.
God.
And you're like.
I mean, are you serious right now?
And I'm like.
Stop.
The only thing that's not happening is the room spinning.
Okay. Well, I feel like I'm going to throw up. So let's go.
Oh, my God. Now I'm
Sorry,
really
everybody.
Throw up. Just because now it's like it's.
Can you end it already? Let's go.
Throwing up on Super Bowl Sunday. That's where we're at.